So here at the Appalachian Market, gonna go north. Yeah, not much to talk about. I don't think there's gonna be much happening on the trail today. Starts off as a swampy section. Thank God they have some boards, or you'd be up to your knees in mud. Crossing a little country road. Yeah, I just have to believe that when the trail maintainers come through here, they kill or pull out any poison ivy. So I did brush across poison ivy about 2 weeks ago, and I was going to sit by this roadside where it was shady and just look at the map. And when I got to get up, I put my hand back to push, and then about a minute later, I felt this burning across the back of my hand, and I went, "What's that?" And I looked back down to where I had my hand, and poison ivy. Gosh. So this guy I was with said, "Oh, just take and put hand sanitizer on it. It'll come right off." And I did that for three rounds, where I squirt a little bit, let it dry, squirt a little bit, let it dry, squirt. And boy, that was it. Never did get any big rash. So for anybody who's out there around poison ivy, hand sanitizer, it's magic. Or soap will work good. Anything that would break up oil. So hand sanitizer has alcohol in it, and that will break up oil. Yeah, see, this is just kind of have to lightly inspect the plants. And now the berry bushes are growing, so now there's thorns. Well, I don't know if he's dead or if he's just a very, very calm black snake. He's an adult. I walked right by him, he didn't move. I think he's alive. Glad that wasn't a rattlesnake, because my ankle was probably 10 inches from him. Yeah, the way I saw it was as I walked by, I picked up something black near my foot, and as I walked by, I looked back, and there he was. There's a thing in the brain called the reticular activating system, which kind of works behind the scenes to look at stuff. So if you're going to go by like a Ford Mustang, all of a sudden you notice all the Ford Mustangs on the road, because the brain's looking at that and saying, "Hey, there's a Ford Mustang. I'll just tell him." So apparently it works. I wish it worked before I get to it. That would be good, rather than right as I'm passing it. That would have been a better reticular activating system, or RAS. It's always impressive how low-lying the AT is, really at a low altitude, and that the tallest hills are like 3,000 feet. Boy, it's humid. About 1 mile from Connecticut Lake, and that's going to be the end of my day. 13 miles. So this is an old mining road, and it was built up. You can see how it's got that wall there. It's built up for horse teams to carry out mining ore to the lower levels. Pretty cool. Boy, must have been a very narrow cart. So nice. Nice and flat and smooth. I wish the AT would incorporate more forest roads, abandoned roads, mining roads into their trail. So this is Connecticut Lake, and that's it for me today. I'm at mile 2 of today's hike. I've been walking along Connecticut Lake for an hour, and it's the first time I've seen it. It's a busy day. Today is July the 4th. Happy July the 4th. I've been using public restrooms for the past 3 months, and really the past, 4 summers. And I've observed this about at least the men. A lot of men don't wash their hands after they use a toilet. Not the urinal, the toilet. I don't understand, but that's why you want to fist pump people, not shake their hand. This is the Canopus Lake shelter. Man, this is a nice shelter. Look how clean it is. Beautiful. Boy, it's a view. Weird. Bust out of the woods. Coming up to going under the Taconic State Parkway. About 4.5 miles left to go. About 0.1 to the parking lot at mile 1437, which will be the end of this particular day. So I'll be back tomorrow. Coming up on the parking lot at 1437 and the end of this day. Catch you tomorrow. Rise and shine, campers. Well, it's another beautiful day with On the Trail with Bart. I don't think there's much going on today. Walk under a freeway here pretty soon. Walk by a lake. And then, yeah, that's about it. So, not much to talk about. Here's my view. Freshly weed whipped, thank you, trail maintenance. Trail magic with beer. I think I'll pass up on that one. A, it's early in the morning, and B, I don't want to carry a bottle for 13 miles. There's a bit of a view. I love it when they come through with a weed whipper. Oh, it's so nice not to beat your way through bushes. And I also love it when the trail isn't choked with rocks. In looking back, Virginia was not flat, as they said. I can remember a 1,500 foot climb was like the norm. Now if it's 700 feet, it's like, oh, I can't do 700 feet. So almost out of New York, maybe 20 more miles to go. Yeah, I'd say on the whole, it's been pretty easy, much easier than Virginia. That's no doubt. There just haven't been the rocks, although there still are, parts that are super rocky. Wow, that's a big tree. Look at the size of that oak tree. Massive. That's an old tree. Very cool. Walking on a road for a little bit. North-south. Coming up on the 84 freeway. Well, I assume the trail goes in there somewhere. Wow, I feel weird, man. I have just been all of a sudden I just started to just stagger to where I couldn't get my balance. Totally weird. I don't know where that came from. I know I had that thing last summer when I was on the CDT. It's kind of not like that. Whew. I feel better now. But man, I was just like, wow, did I have a stroke or something? I don't feel any weakness on either side. My vision's the same. The forest really isn't spinning, and I don't feel like I'm spinning. I just feel like I'm just drunk. Wow, man. Purple haze. Whew. It's only 1 mile to the next road crossing, so I called my wife. That's the benefit of just having support. I called her, and she's going to try to work her way over there. If I feel totally normal, I'll keep walking to get this part done. But if I still feel a little bit, iffy, probably not smart to keep going. So my wife just left, and I'm feeling better. I don't know what it was. I'm still not 100%, but I'm going to give it another 2 more miles. If there's 2 more miles to a large highway, and from between here and there, it's level and then a big drop, so it's not tough walking. Give it another shot and just see how it goes, because I want to get this part done. I want to get to Connecticut and just get New York done. All right. Getting too old for this kind of stuff. This way. So there's a thing called benign positional vertigo, which is where you get vertigo from how you're sitting, standing, lying down, or just changes in position. And I might have that. I know last summer on the CDT, it was terrible, terrible. My gosh, I got out of bed and couldn't stand up. Trying to walk out. That's the problem with this sport, doing things like this, is if you're in the middle of nowhere and you're messed up, that's tough. It's hard. There's no just sitting down or just calling in sick. You have to be able to walk out. But so we'll just see. Coming up on Highway 55. So about 2.5 miles later, I feel okay. I feel like my head's kind of full, but so I'm going to keep going for another 5. Just talk to my wife at the crossroads here, and she'll just go up to the next crossroad, and she'll probably go for a little bit of hike herself, and then call it a day. Yeah. Woof. Coming up on Nuclear Lake. I don't think I want to swim in Nuclear Lake. Nuclear Lake. One, great light. 2, think of all the work it took. Pile up all these rocks. Ugh. So at mile 1450, gonna call it a day. Enough. I feel fine. I don't know. That was the weirdest thing. It was like I was spontaneously drunk. I don't know. See you tomorrow. Well, good morning. So here at Highway 55, which is 18 mile 1452, going to head up to Bull's Bridge. I guess it's a covered bridge. It's only an 11-mile day, so it'll be an enjoyable day. What's nice here at the road crossing is 2 food trucks. Talk about trail magic. The DC Malaysian food truck, and then there's a Roseanne's food truck right down there, and an AT hiker. Look at that, and they got places to sit too. I like areas like this that aren't in the jungle. You can actually look out and see, homes and that kind of thing. And there's a breeze. Big deal, a breeze. Yeah, there's one thing about the AT that's different from the PCT is the breeze. On the PCT, when it gets hot, the wind usually picks up. In the jungle, there's never a breeze. It's just always just dead calm, hot and humid, which makes for a sweaty day. So if I'm reading the map right, you kind of go down into this, and and then go along here to go over this ridge up here, and then over. Oh, a breeze. Oh man, I'll never not appreciate a nice breeze again. I already always think when I flush a toilet or wash clothes in a machine, how nice that is. When I sleep in a real bed, when I get into a car, you just turn the key on and it just takes you places. You don't even have to walk there. It's amazing. Doing things like this makes you really appreciate how easy most folks have it. I was watching a guy who was doing a show on minimalism, and he was talking about his life, and he was showing his apartment, and it's like, oh man, you've got a couch? It's fantastic. You've got your own toilet? You don't have to share it with 30 other people? Amazing. Oh man. So let me see. Yeah, go this way. So yeah, I mean, his apartment was probably like 800 square feet, and I'm thinking, just try to live in a 32-foot square foot van. Try to live with just what's on your back. It's a big difference. So in times like this, all I'm doing is just kind of looking around to see if I can see a white blaze painted on something, and I can kind of see them going off there in the distance. So when I'm on these open areas, I'm always looking for snakes. Most of the snakes I've seen have been in open pastures on the trail. Obviously a place where a nice farmer has agreed to let the AT come through his land. And yes, I did lather my legs up with permethrin. Just waiting for the tick. Haven't pulled one off yet. Knock on my head. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is my last day in New York. About to cross the Connecticut border. Very excited. Before that, back into the jungle. In the middle of that long climb. Oof, it's hot. I feel the need to sweat. Just so to go back to the how I was feeling yesterday. I don't know. I felt fine last night. I feel fine today. Completely normal. I don't know. I felt fine last night. I feel fine now. Completely normal. So one of those things where you just don't know, but you know, just keep on going. Another example of a wall in the middle of nowhere. Think of the work it took to pile up all those rocks. I know it looks bright on the iPhone, but I'm always amazed how dark the forest is here. It's like a double canopy or something. Coming up on Leather Hill Road. Drive like your kids live here. If you don't stop, I'm going to pull this car over. That's how you drive. Coming up on a place called the Wiley Shelter. Got a nice fireplace, huh? This looks hot and no water. Going to use the facility while I'm here. That is an outhouse, boy. In case you're wondering, this is what a typical outhouse looks like. Pretty basic. Usually there's like some wood chips or leaves or stuff that you throw on top of your poop, and I don't know what that one's for. And there's usually a really worn out broom. But yeah, that's pretty basic. I know it seems gross if you're used to a real toilet, but out here, it's a luxury. Feel free to wander out there through the poison ivy and ticks. I prefer not to. Boy, this is the first water pump I've seen on the AT. Wild. Bit of a road walk here for a while. Cute little homes along the way. Doing some work. In case you're wondering, yes, this is odd for the AT to be on a road. There was a bridge out back there, and this is the reroute to get back on the trail. But it's got a very nice shoulder. Very happy. Whenever I walk on a road, I always wonder what people are thinking when they drive by me. It's like, what is somebody doing walking? and it makes me think, yeah, I guess it is kind of a strange thing that we do, isn't it? Walk 2,000 miles. Why would anybody want to do that? Insane. For me, I just like to walk. I like to see things at 3 miles per hour. I like to see new things, meet new people. But yeah, it's a very weird thing. Why not boating? Why not? Why aren't I into airplanes? I don't know. I think what I've noticed here, people have huge lawns. It must take them an hour every day mowing just to keep up with it. It's a colossal amount of grass to mow. I know I'm the complete opposite of most people, but I feel like I'm the most content when I'm on a road. Things are changing, things are, different. I can see there's breezes. There's a house here and there. There's a horse that I can say hi to. It just makes me feel like I'm going somewhere. I don't know. But I tend to like roads better. It's not, it's a nice smooth path. I don't have to look down at my feet constantly so I don't break my ankle. I can look around. I don't know, I'm just weird. Anyway, back on the trail. Almost to the Connecticut border. Hey, look at that. Welcome to Connecticut. Even the signs have a big AET. About 1 mile to the bridge in the end of this day. This is the 10-mile river shelter. So this is the Hudson River. Coming up on Bull's Bridge. Oh, isn't this adorable? That's it for me for the day. From Connecticut. Thanks for walking along.